So the first stage after something like this, after a toxic relationship, is, in my opinion, the toughest. So today we're going to talk about my experience with that, how I got past it, and how I am here today. So for me, the first few nights were actually okay, which was weird. I was able to sleep in my own bed again. In general, it was just, it felt like a relief that the toxic person was no longer there, and I was all right, and it was quiet, and I liked the quiet because before that there was chaos every single day. At the very end, before that, there was chaos, but it was kind of a cycle. There would be chaos for like a day or two, and then it'd be quiet for 3 weeks, and then it would flare up again and again. So after the first couple of days, the quiet started bothering me because I was in a big house by myself with two cats. It's weird, it's eerie. Like I said, you're so used to sharing a space with somebody that's toxic that at any time will just completely explode on you and abuse you and call you names and say horrible things about you and yell at you and pretty much make you question your own reality. So I started noticing some differences. For instance, I would try to go to a grocery store and pick up a couple of things to cook for dinner that night. And I would get to the grocery store and then I would pull up a recipe on the phone. This anxiety started coming over me. And I think it's because with a toxic person, they want to be your everything. They want to make as many decisions as possible for you. Before, I was able to do whatever I needed to do and make decisions and second guess myself, but not to this extent. It was so bad that I almost left the grocery store because my anxiety level was so high. That was the first thing. Another thing I noticed was I had no motivation to really do anything. I had a membership for a gym, but I didn't care to go. I barely even wanted to get out of bed to go to work in the morning. I was just going through the motions and just on autopilot. And then I would get home and maybe eat, maybe not, and then go to bed real early and then do it over and over again. To make matters worse, about a month or so later, I got laid off from my job. So now I had a lot of free time and I was already depressed. So this just made the depression worse. I had even less motivation to get out of bed and do anything. I just wanted to sit there and watch TV and just avoid everything. So at that point that I started feeling like that, I started trying to make myself get out of the house as much as I could, as long as it didn't cause any kind of major anxiety or anything like that. I just kind of felt like it was time to start trying to get out of the house. So I did. I would just drive somewhere, or I would go to a store I haven't been to in a while, or I would go hiking on a trail. You just have to make yourself go do the things that you like and try new things and see how you like it. And there's no shame if you don't like to do something, you tried it once. All right, that's life. I had never had a pedicure before, and I got the first one, and oh my god, it was amazing. It was one of the best things, and I wish I had done it years and years before. But it took going through the toxic relationship to think, what do I like to do? What are my interests? Because when you're in a toxic relationship, it completely blows everything apart. So afterwards, you feel like you're completely broken. You're shattered into a million pieces, and you don't even know. You can't find two pieces to put together to begin to start building your life back. It gets easier as you go. About 2 months into it, it was still tough, but I could function and leave the house and go do things and go live life again. My family actually went on vacation a little bit north of here, and it was just for 3 or 4 days over Thanksgiving break. So I went, and I'm glad I did. I had a lot of fun. It was good to get out of the city and go explore, try new restaurants that I'd never been before, and just hang out. So a few of the things that helped me the most in this first stage is journaling, seeking a counselor that understands this kind of relationship, and getting out of the house as often as you can, as long as you feel up to do it. So we'll start with journaling. Journaling for me is very therapeutic. It's a good way for me to begin to start processing some of the things that I went through in this relationship. Because without that, your feelings and your emotions get stuck. And when your emotions get stuck, it can lead to you being more depressed, and it can lead to you just going to a dark place that you don't want to be in. It's very easy to do this after a relationship like this. So it's very important to find something that helps you to process this, whether it be journaling, talking with somebody about it. You don't want to obviously do anything that's unhealthy, like drinking or anything like that, because it's just not going to help. It's just going to numb you. The longer that you don't deal with this, the longer your recovery is going to take. There is no timetable for this, and my journey is going to be different from yours. Understand, the first few months of this are the absolute toughest. It's going to be probably one of the toughest things that you have ever experienced and gone through in your life, but you can definitely get through this. The second thing that I mentioned that would help the most is seeking a counselor that understands this. Now, that's a very important part. There's a ton of counselors that are available, but unless it's a counselor that is up to speed on toxic relationships and toxic people, if they don't understand that type of relationship, it's not going to be good for you. Seeing a counselor that does not know much about this can actually do more damage than they can heal. And they can leave you questioning your own reality and questioning what you've actually been through. So it's important to ask a few questions the first time that you seek a counselor. And the third thing that I mentioned is getting out of the house as much as you can, as long as you feel up to it. And I say as long as you feel up to it, because there's just going to be, it's just the way it is. There's going to be days where you don't feel like doing a damn thing. You just feel like sitting around in your night clothes and just watching TV and eating popcorn and junk food. But I would try to balance that by trying to get out of the house as often as I possibly could. And it didn't have to be anything special. It could be something as simple as going hiking, going to Goodwill, which is one of my favorite things to do. And just examples like that, it could be anything. Whatever your interests are, whatever you like to do, go out and try to do those things, because that's going to help you start to reintegrate yourself into the world and realize that there is life after this. This is your second chance, your absolute best life. And that's awesome. It's a great opportunity. And I hope to be able to help as many people as possible to get to that place through this journey. All right, and with that, guys, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that can help you to move past this initial stage and begin to start living your life again. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button below. Hit the subscribe button on the bottom right of your screen. If you have any ideas on future videos that you'd like me to talk about, please leave a comment below. This is a great community to where we can share ideas and share experiences, and by letting me know what you guys would like to see can help you guys greatly. So I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.